Solanche, and we're here today to look at some of her beautiful pieces of art. So, if you'd like to take us through, Solanche, first of all, tell us a little bit about you. Tell us about, you know, how long have you been into art?
Well, my name is Solange, and I'm an artist. I'm also a photographer and singer. And I've been doing art for over 10 years now. And today, this is an art show that we have here today. And my work is advertised.
Okay.
And I'm very happy. It's a very happy moment for me in my life to actually have my work displayed here. So persons can get a view of who the artist is, and also see my style of work. And some other information as to where they can find me and what my work is about.
So how do you feel as an artist, art is actually viewed in Grenada?
In my time growing up, there was not much of an appreciation for art.
Yes.
But over the years, that has multiplied. So now there's quite a big appreciation for it and different kind of art.
Right.
So you know, there are a lot of artists like myself who has evolved over the years, and I'm very happy to you know, to say that I probably know a lot of them.
Yes.
And it's becoming something very wide throughout Grenada now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what inspired you to be an artist and do this stuff?
My love for it.
Okay, but where does love come from? Just roll out of bed and say I've got a love for art? Because I don't have a love for art.
You don't, but it comes from within.
Yeah.
It comes from within, and it's something that I've had for many, many years. And I've taken a break, yes, and now I'm back with a bang.
Right.
And I'm actually loving this new me.
Right.
You know, yeah. So it's a wonderful feeling, you know, to be able to put what you feel on a piece of canvas or on a piece of paper. You know, so persons can understand what you're saying. Sometimes they don't understand because you go an abstract piece, which tells a lot more to you than it will tell the viewer. But for me, it's a joy that I'm able to put what I feel at that time down.
What do you think, in your opinion, makes an artist be inspired to paint what they do? What is it? What process do you personally go through to get from what is here to there? What does it?
Color, for me. Color. I like experimenting with color. And oftentimes emotion that I feel, I will put it down.
Right.
So it's very important for me to display my emotions through color. And as you can see here, I have a varied style,
Okay,
but a lot of bright colors.
Let's go through them. Okay, let's start with the top. I want the top here. Okay, before we start that, let's kick this here. Up here, the Creative Corner by Solanche.
Yes.
That's you, right?
That's the name of my business.
And that's you?
And that's me.
Right, and where can we see that?
You can see that online. I've got my website, and it's www.solangerobert.wix.com/thecreativecorner.
Right.
Or you can find me on Facebook. It's Creative Corner by Solange. Or you can find me as well, Solange Robert, on Facebook.
Okay, great stuff. Great bit of salesmanship there. Fantastic.
Thank you.
Right, so let's talk about each of these paintings. What inspired you into it?
Okay.
All right. So let's go on this first one here. What is this picture of?
This painting of the nutmeg was my breaking point, and that painting was done in May 2013, and it was the time that I was actually finding myself again.
Right.
So this painting really means a lot to me, and I had to put the life, the emotions, everything that I was feeling in that painting. Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you say that it was a breaking point for you, so a point
Yes.
of you coming back into what you do?
Yes, I was actually going through a low point in my life.
Okay.
And when I found myself, that's when I did this painting.
So it's a very special painting.
It is a very special painting too.
You should charge a bit more for that.
I won't tell you the price.
Okay, let's go to this one here.
Tell you the price. I love natural things. I love real things. I love fresh things. And so for me, doing this hibiscus meant a lot. And where I work right now, we do a lot of plants and vegetables and stuff. And so in my memory, I have a vivid picture of what a hibiscus looks like. And it's one of those flowers that I really love. So I was able to recreate that on a piece of canvas and keep that memory of it within me.
Okay, and this one in the corner, what is this?
This is a tropical flower found throughout the Caribbean. It's called a heliconia.
Okay.
And I love the vibrancy in colors. So I just wanted to replicate that on a piece of canvas and give it that supreme look. You know, so for me, experimenting with the colors, the red and the orange, it just gave me inspiration to continue.
Okay.
And so I really enjoyed doing that as well.
Okay. This particular piece of art here has really captured my imagination. I like the black backdrop, and it really brings out sort of like
Yes.
pictures. So tell us about it.
When I did this painting, right, there were a lot of things going on in my head at that time. And I particularly wanted to remember Maud Green, and he was the owner of the Grenada Chocolate Company in
Of
Grenada.
course, who recently passed away.
And he recently passed away, right? The black represents the emotions that we might be feeling now based on what has happened to him. But the cocoa is the life I wanted to bring. That's the memory I wanted to keep going with us, you know, so that we remember him in a positive way and to give us hope that we do have something that is extra special in Grenada.
So tell us a bit more about him, because he had a very influential role in Grenada in terms of chocolate and stuff.
He meant a lot to me because he was a visionary, you know, he was a people person. He gave up himself selfishly, and it's something that I admired. And we worked a lot together in terms of the charity work that we do and giving back to the community. So oftentimes he would make donations to the kids and to the elderly people, and we would work on programs like these together. So it meant a lot to me putting down his memory on a piece of canvas. Not saying that anybody should buy it because it reminds me of Maud, but the emotions that I felt at that time, you know, it's what I want us to remember from him.
Wow. Let's focus on that a little bit. A great man in Grenada, huh?
Yes, he was indeed.
Do you have any personal memories of him?
Yes.
Give us.
What I do remember from his life is that we used to often go to his house for grilled fish. Okay. He loved fishing, and it was one of the things that he did. Apart from making chocolate, he would go out in the ocean and sail for days with a boat with no engine and those kind of things. And then when he comes back, he would call us over and he said, "Hey guys, I'm doing some grilled fish or some jerkfish." He likes doing that. So we often went to his house for wine and fish and crackers and all those things. So it's that kind of thing that I remember from him that I love. Apart from him making the chocolate and, you know, getting sales for it and letting the world know that Grenada has the best organic dark chocolate in the world.
Wow.
And that kind of thing. So he actually meant a lot more than chocolate to me.
Of course.
Yes.
Of
yes,
course.
Certainly.
So he's not just the chocolate man.
No.
He's the grilled fish man.
Yes.
So let's talk about this one.
This painting, I call it fresh. It breathes new life, and it tells a story that no matter what is happening, there is life after what is happening. You just gotta accept it. Yeah, it took me about 10 minutes to do that, and I had to put it down because I'm not going into any more details because I want you as the viewer to tell your story by looking at it. Yeah.
Interesting.
Very
Creative.
interesting. Thank you.
Okay, let's move on.
Hibiscus.
Okay.
This is a two-piece hibiscus. Left alone, it's perfect. It's even more perfect with its other half. It's like a husband and a wife.
I was just going to say Adam and Eve, but maybe that's not such a good, sort of just husband. Let's keep it as husband and wife.
Husband and a wife.
But Adam and Eve might be a bit pushing it a bit.
Yes. Colors inspire me, as I said, and the hibiscus. I have a vivid image in my mind as to, you know, the freshness of it. And you have different colors, but I wanted to capture all of it into this two-piece painting, but we'll tell one story.
What fascinates me is the way that you're able to do this, take it away,
and it's perfect,
and then bring it back.
Yes.
What made you think that?
I know it's very hard to look at it and decide, well, I want one piece.
Okay.
It is not. It is perfect on its own, but it's not complete.
It's like the story of marriage there, would you say?
Yes. Yes. It's perfect together. Left alone, it's okay, but you needed to.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
I really do like it too. I enjoy doing that.
You should become a public speaker and just go around talking about that. I'm sure people would love to hear your story about that.
Maybe I will.
I think you should. Let's move on to the next painting.
Oh my God.
Now, I don't know if it's me, but You know, as people say when you say paintings that you see what you want to see in it.
Let's say what you see.
I see a fist there.
Interesting.
See?
A hat. Uh-huh.
The thumb and the 1, 2, 3, 4. There and the thumb.
Okay. That's good.
That's just what I see.
That's good.
But did you paint it for that?
No.
No?
I would like for you to step back now and have a look again.
I see something else as well.
Okay. Perfect. What do you see?
Well, Bubbles, that's what I see. I want that big No, what is it? What is it?
It's actually a nude painting,
Right.
and it's a project that I had to do a few years ago.
Okay.
I had different body types in front of me, and I had to paint.
Wow.
Not giving any details for privacy reasons.
I'll see.
But it was just an experiment with impasto. Impasto is mainly the style that I use.
Yes.
Thick slabs of paint
Right.
and contrasting colors,
Okay.
just to get your form and to get your folds, your lighting and all those things. So it's actually the shape of a woman. It's actually a woman sitting there with her hands up like this. Step back and look again. So she's sitting like this, her hands up. It's a paint lady.
Yes. It's in the sun.
Yeah. So
Appropriate
that
song,
was
huh?
actually, sorry?
Appropriate song, huh? Only in Grenada. Only in Grenada.
Yes.
Next one.
Next. This is a parrot. I did that in about an hour.
Wow. Beautiful
Um,
picture.
Yeah.
Beautiful painting.
And
I
the
can take
parrot.
a picture, but it's pictures in my mind. But
Yeah, it is a
painting's
picture.
what it is.
It is a picture. The parrot is called Maggie. The name of the painting is called Majestic Maggie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you
And,
know Majestic Maggie personally?
I know Maggie personally. I
Yes.
work with Maggie. But I just wanted to capture that queenly role that she plays.
Right.
So I had to name it Majestic Maggie, and it was actually an interesting piece of painting for me. And since advertising it, it has turned a lot of heads. I must admit.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. So like, you know, you get those pictures of those people in like positions of power, in political power, and they've got their tie and
Yeah.
they're sort of like.
Maggie actually represents that. Yeah,
Wow.
she's got that.
It's got a sort of real political power.
She does.
I like it. It's very powerful. It's Grenadian, right?
It is Grenadian.
So if we say Maggie is like talking in Grenadian, she has probably have lots to say, right?
Can I say she talks? She says some things.
Does
Can't
she?
repeat, but she says some things.
I can imagine.
Yes.
Okay, now this one. Do you know when I see this? I see Calypso. I see Carnival. I see the being the life of the party.
Okay.
Now you painted it, so you would tell me best what it is.
Do you really want me to tell you about that one?
I did, because it's very colourful.
Yeah. I cried a lot when I was in that painting.
Wow.
Yeah, it was done right after this one.
Okay.
It was done right after the nutmeg. A lot of emotion. A lot of joys.
Yes.
A lot of letting goes.
Yes.
And a lot of welcomes to new life. Yeah.
This is so beautiful, so bright and vibrant. And
Yeah. That painting represents me.
yes.
Yeah, and I'm very happy.
The different sides of you.
Potential, gifts, talents, blessings.
Beautiful. Different colours, they're all going together.
It's life.
It is.
It is life.
I just love it.
It goes up, it goes down, goes sideways, goes in circles.
And you see, there are parts of it where like you can relax, you can be part of the party. Like there, you see, find yourself lost in that area there, the green. Like you get lost in the jungle, almost for me. And then you've got this area here of anger. You know, a spiral of anger, of bitterness
Yeah.
that you can get yourself turned up in. And then you've got this place here, the place to cool off the sea, you know, the beach.
The calm.
The calm. Beautiful there. Here, it looks like a cell. Like a prison with behind bars.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Wow. Just, and the deeper blue as well. You know, maybe you're going into the water before you go in, or when you go in the water, that's what happens when you go in the water first. Once you kind of let those emotions go, it's kind of, that's what it should look like afterwards.
Yeah. I'll tell you something about the painting though. The angle at which it is now is not what it was started as.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't started as that.
Right.
As I went on, I didn't have a plan for it, like, you know, a direction. It just flowed. So I just put it down. And when I actually started, it was the other way around. It was like this.
Oh wow, that spins into a lot different.
Yeah.
You know, like do you know the safest place I feel in all of that for me?
Where?
Take a guess.
The blue?
No.
Where? Yeah?
No.
I mean, that was the first blue I was talking about, right?
Yeah, but I don't feel safe there.
Oh, okay. The red?
No.
The yellow?
No.
The green?
Here. I feel safe very here. Here and here, I feel very safe.
Okay.
Safe, secure, at one with nature, peace, undisturbed, quiet, at one with the universe.
Okay.
Nice, huh?
Yes.
Let's move on. Beautiful picture. I love it.
I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Okay, we won't go anymore. Let's move on. What about this one?
This is an abstract piece. This was done in about an hour and a half.
Okay.
It took longer on it than I expected because it actually flowed into something else.
Right.
It was just going to be a red and black painting. But the contrasting color for red is green.
Right.
And I had to show up the red by putting the green. It's actually Christianity.
Okay.
Yeah.
What inspired that?
What inspired that? My life.
Okay.
I enjoy music and I'm a Christian.
Right.
And when I actually did that painting, it came from when I came from church on Sabbath.
Right.
So I had to relate the joys that I was feeling at that time into that painting.
Beautiful.
And I realized how empty we are without a belief. Yeah.
Nice. This one. I like this one.
That painting, I call it life.
Really?
Bright, colorful. As much as, you know, things might come along and disguise it, I call it life.
She reminds me of a lady we had in the UK called Rusty Lee. Rusty Lee was a West Indian woman who used to do lots of cooking early in the morning. Big, bright, colourful. I don't know if you remember her lady. Colourful, big, strong Caribbean accent. And she'd be in the kitchen, she'd be cooking and big laughter and Rusty Lee. She reminds me of Rusty, the life, the party. Rusty Lee is a real character. In the 80s that was. And early 90s, yes.
Caribbean life.
Definitely.
A lot of potential, a lot of promises.
Fulfilled?
Could be. Could be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next picture.
This painting for me probably took about, I think it was over an hour. It was over an hour. One of my friends asked me to paint a seascape, and this was just done off my head. So I just wanted to put down some ideas on a piece of paper or something so I can create a masterpiece. But it actually came out on the canvas itself. So for me, it's, you know, it's in tune with what happens around August in Grenada. It's carnival, it's the beach, everybody goes to the beach and those kind of things. So I just wanted to capture that on a piece of canvas as the request was made. Oftentimes people inspire me, so I paint, you know, with that in mind. You know, sometimes I might have an experience with somebody and I want to do a painting to represent what I feel from that experience. Yeah.
So talk to me, what's next painting?
Okay. Since doing the hibiscus, I did the hibiscus and it got sold.
Right.
And I wanted to recreate it, recreating it on a bigger piece with a different kind of meaning.
Right.
And I did a third one with a different kind of meaning. A hibiscus doesn't stand on its own, it has a stalk.
Right.
Right? And I wanted to put a brighter color hibiscus with a lighter background, thus showing the full hibiscus itself.
Okay.
So I just, you know, I enjoyed playing around a different kind of angle, a different kind of style with the same flower.
So when you were painting that, what was going through your mind?
This one? Oh, not having enough time.
Okay.
Because I actually challenged myself to do it in half an hour. It didn't happen
Right.
because I had details to put in.
Do you like details?
I like details, but I don't like putting details.
Ah. So you like details, but you don't like putting details.
I don't. It's very challenging for me. I would create a masterpiece without details.
Right.
You know, like this. I would create something without details. It would work. But there are figures that I do that has to have details, so I would put them in, and it doesn't take away from the artist nonetheless. Yeah. Very good.
This photo. This picture.
I would really like for this one to be stood up.
This one here, to stood up.
Yeah.
Now, is it one of these again that can be by themselves, or
Yes.
they have to go together?
It can go together as it is, and it can also go by itself. By itself, this is this, fire and ice, with a bit of suppression,
All right. Oh, we love a bit of suppression. Eh?
and a bit of Grenada.
Right, and together paints a picture of.
Breadfruit.
Let's move on. Let's move on.
Let's make you laugh some more, right? So we have water,
Yeah.
we have fire, and we have breadfruit. That's all we
Yes.
need. Every corner you go into Grenada, somebody's cooking in it.
Yes.
Right. Ready to be cooked.
I like it. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I really enjoyed doing this one. I really enjoyed doing this
Tell you,
one.
although this one's dark, I like this one. In fact, I probably would say I like this one a lot. And do you know, this one takes me back to my childhood. This one takes me back to being on the climbing frames and being in the play centre where you can, you know, jump on these things and run around and just.
I think you have to give this one some credit and put it standing.
Okay.
Right. It's actually an abstract piece,
Right.
and that was done in 2007.
Right.
1 year after I would have left college. It started in college and completed in 2007.
Right.
To really explain the picture, you would have had to been there when I was doing it. It's a mixture of varying medium. There's a bit of acrylic paint, there's a bit of oil paint, there's a bit of chalk pastels, there is a bit of crayons, there is a bit of watercolor.
I like it. I really like it. Out of all the paintings you've got here, I really like this one. I really do.
And you know what? I didn't think that it would turn heads when I was doing it.
Yeah.
It's what I was feeling at that time. And it wasn't something good. It wasn't something good.
But you know what? It's not whether you appreciate it, it's whether others appreciate and will buy it.
Yeah,
But you don't buy your own stuff, right?
I would.
You buy your own
I
stuff.
would buy my own stuff.
Oh well, that's interesting.
I would buy
Would
my
you
own
rather
stuff.
others buy your stuff?
Yeah.
Well, there.
Oh, come
Right,
on.
exactly. You want people to buy your stuff. Of course, you buy your own stuff, but you know,
Yeah.
it's like when people produce records, right? They put it out there for other people to buy it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
But I didn't think that that I would have a sort of appreciation for my work from this one.
But I think as well, when somebody's looking at these paintings, they can get their, they've got their depends where they are in their life at the time. But I like that. It kind of brings me, it's got the childhood there. Being a child running around and trying to discover things in life. But this part here is first thing I thought was like the journey, time travel.
Yeah. The only real thing in that painting was a chair behind the table.
Ah, wow, no, I didn't see that.
I know.
I didn't see that.
I know. That was the only real thing in that picture. And the emotions. Yeah.
Wow, I didn't see that. I saw like a climbing frame, like the ropes, kids climbing up it, down it, and then going around it to hold it, to walk around. Yeah, I saw them going around it, round and down. Even like in the swimming pools, like there's plenty of water. You get to go through and then slide right down to the bottom into the water.
As I said before, I love experimenting with colors and to bring forth, a proper image or something that you really want out there. I really think you should work with color.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it works. After playing around with it for so many years, I realized that it works.
2007 you did that.
Yeah.
2013 you did this. Okay. Do you think, okay, it's a bit of a silly question, but do you think that photo there is far more of a masterpiece than that photograph there?
I wouldn't compare it that way.
Okay. There's a reason why I asked that.
Yeah.
You'd say exactly that.
Yeah. Because in both paintings, different emotions involved.
Absolutely.
It's a different feeling, it's a different experience, it's a different atmosphere. And
Different time of your life.
yes, certainly. And I would give both of them their equal appreciation.
It's not darker. They're all the darker variety as opposed to
Yeah.
the brighter colours you've got.
This darkness is by choice. This darkness is by choice. This one is circumstance.
I'm enjoying this journey. I really am.
I am as well.
Okay, let's get on to something a little brighter. And this picture here.
This picture was done this morning.
This morning?
Yes,
Proper fresh. Proper fresh.
this morning.
What time this morning?
56?
It's like the same time my sequence was done this morning. Nice.
Yeah, it was done after 6 this morning. I got up in the wee hours of the morning and I had to put down the idea.
I like it. I like it.
I had to put down the richness that we have in Grenada on canvas. Yeah.
I like it. So,
It's one of the first pictures that somebody picked up when they came here too. Very small, very practical.
I can't quite have a meaning to it first. At first I thought it was like, I don't know.
It's our rich nutmeg, it's our prized possession.
I sort of looked at it as a couple.
Again.
As a couple looking to become it's what they want to kind of evolve into becoming. That.
No, I'll do it the other way around. We
Okay.
were once pure, but now we're in the open.
Okay. I wonder what the camera lady thinks.
Did you want me to comment on it?
Well, so I asked you to say something.
Well, I'll say something about the next one.
Oh, God.
Right.
We don't want your comments on that one. We comment on this one. That's why I asked you to comment on
Well,
this one.
you sure you want my comments on it?
Yeah, because I don't want to hear your comments on that one. Just want your comments
It
on.
looks like a sexual organ.
Okay. You know what?
Wait. Really?
Yes.
Maybe that's the way your mind is.
And the thing is, because it's nutmeg gives you like a high. If you have a lot of nutmeg, it will take you on a trip.
At this point, you say, Bayloric TV endorsed this message by Atia.
Well, you know it does.
Okay. Next.
Oh God. I don't even know. I don't even remember the name of the flower, but
Clover.
clover. That's it. I just have a really, really, really good memory of it, and I just like being able to put one line down on a one color,
Crimson and clover.
crimson and clover.
It's a Prince song.
Right.
Now, what does that say? How does
love
that
this
make you feel?
If it's a Prince song, I feel great.
For me, when I was doing this, I wanted to, not with blue or purple or any other color, feel calm. I just wanted a calm with red. I was looking for some inspiration. And I repainted this canvas in so many other colors
Right.
before I actually settled to the red, and finally just put a single line clover on it.
This is the only painting I've seen so far that as if I were a painter, I'm not, but if I were a painter, I'd like to have seen that painted with a black background and then the white and then the red in it. Just want to hear your opinion on that and what, just as an artist, what you think as if this was painted, say this was black hair, and then the rest is white and then the red. So you still get the outline the same, the red, but just a black background.
Every color has an emotion,
Right.
and I don't think the black would have given it the what you want to say
Yes.
at that time. I don't think the black would have done justice to it.
What would the black have done?
The black would have hidden what you wanted to say at that time. I think red has that power. It speaks life.
Right.
You know, it gives hope.
Okay.
And for me, it did it for me. The red and that painting did it for me. I really, really enjoyed doing it. As short the time it was, it did it for me. You know.
I can see this painting in a black and white room. I just see it, and I have my eye on that painting. We will discuss later about it. I don't know where to hang it right now, but
All right.
maybe you can reproduce it when it's
I
necessary.
will. Somebody asked me to reproduce it as well, with black. But I know exactly what to do. The background will be white.
I want it just like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Another one of my paintings that I really like is this one here.
I like that one.
Right. Every successful person or business person has a support, right? Could be subtle, could be unspoken, could be loud, could be every day you converse with,
Right.
and that kind of thing. But I'll tell you what, one day, a friend of mine, I won't say his name, he inspired me to do that. He sent me something that resembled it and asked me to recreate it. I did this in 5
Minutes?
Yeah.
Wow.
So when I sent it back to him, he's like, "You did? That was fast." Yeah, because I saw the picture you showed me and you asked me to do it. But it's not just him asking me to do it. It's what he put on it. He wrote something on it, and it just came alive.
Wow.
It just came alive, and he's like, "I want it to look real, as I want you to do it, because somebody else did it. It wasn't him, but I had to recreate it because I loved what I saw from what he did with it, and I recreated it and I sent it for him. And you know, just his reaction to it. You did that so fast, and that looks so cool. And I thought, you know what, I have the perfect picture that I want to paint because he inspired me to do something, and I realized that it worked. You know, just being able to do that one. I know that there are several more that I can do, you know, based on that sort of vibe that I get from him. So that painting, I think we will settle for the background of my business logo.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yes.
Now this
Yeah.
picture here, for me, it's a very spiritual picture. It's a place where I feel at home, safe. A place of solitude. A place where you pray. get your answers. Yeah.
That painting was done quite a few years ago. Might resemble some of my most recent work, but it was done quite a few years ago.
This one,
back in 2007.
this one, and that one, to me, interconnect.
They
This
are.
is where I wanted. This is where I probably would be in my life, and this is where I would come to find peace.
They are connected. They were done at the same time.
This is where I want to be. This is probably where I'm at. This is where I want to be. Not that there's anything wrong here, you know.
I know.
Just how you look at it. Different eyes.
That painting was done. It's actually a beach in St. David's, Grenada.
Okay.
And it's a real painting. It's not an abstract. It's a real place. And the beach, the rock has a hole in it, and it's a known place throughout Grenada.
What's it called?
I can't remember the name, but it's a beach that has the hole in the rock. There's this hole in the rock.
And waters go through it?
I have never been there, so I painted it from the picture.
Ah,
Right?
Right.
So I don't even know how high it is, but all I know, that's what I was able to capture from
Well, you
that
go to
picture.
Ingram. That's a place I'd like to go and see.
Yeah, it's a very interesting place, and I don't know why I have not been yet. Why I have not gone to search for it. For me, this was an interesting piece because I was able to experiment with texture and different brush strokes.
Right.
Right? I don't know. I can't tell you exactly what I was feeling then, but I really like the intrigue about this beach and the water, the skies, and everything that it looked like, capturing the coconut trees and the sand, getting that pattern. It was really nice.
So peaceful.
It was a really nice adventure, actually creating that.
I like it. I like it a lot. I really do. Beautiful. Beautiful. Any more? I think that's it, isn't it?
Yeah.
For what you've got on display, sure you've got loads in the mind still on home.
Too many.
Wow.
Like, I hardly slept this week, trying to get a lot of ideas down, you know.
Okay.
Not enough time.
This is the point I love when I do interviews with people. They explain what they do best and they explain their art. As someone who's been inspired by your work today, not just in Grenada but worldwide, what would be 3 key things you would tell them in terms of getting what they have here onto there?
You have to know what you want.
Okay.
You have to believe in yourself,
Right.
and you have to do it.
Do you ever get something called artist block?
Yes.
How do you deal with that?
Like when I did, where's it? This one. That's when you search for inspiration, right? You feel like you don't have any more ideas. You
Right.
feel like, oh, there's nowhere else to go. What do I do next?
Right.
You know, that's when you take a break. That's when you take a break and you find something out of the ordinary to do. Something that you've not tried, probably that may not have, crossed your mind at any time. Like for me, this week I had my time alone. I painted all week, right? But there comes a time when you run out of ideas. So what I did, I had my daughter over,
Yeah.
because I wanted some inspiration.
Right.
So I brought her over, and she was probably there for about an hour and a half or so.
Yes.
And then after she left, like I was new again, and I was ready to
Right,
go,
good to go again.
because I took my mind off the art.
Right.
I took my mind off the goal of what I was painting for,
Right.
or how I was feeling at that time. Changed my activity, and I just went again, and it was like brand new.
In terms of art, I'm trying to get into an artist's mind here. Is there any art that you've done which has scared you? You've gone and done something, you've got, whoa, I don't know if I want to put that out there. I'm not so sure if I want to let the public see that side of me.
Yes, and actually the reaction from it, I couldn't take it, because it was like, for me, it was nothing. It was, what would people think? What would people say? But it actually turned some heads, and actually was sold.
It's normally the things that you may throw away and discard and not value are probably the things that people really want to see and the greatest pieces of inspiration. And the ones that we think, oh, this is going to be a masterpiece. People go, it's all right, it's okay. Anger, emotion. Does that inspire you?
Yes.
Or does that demotivate?
No, it inspires me because I have a lot of paintings here that have a lot of anger, a lot of maybe regrets, which I shouldn't say that I've had because they were just stepping stones into greatness for me.
Yes.
A lot of the times I've had to put it down in order to get a bright picture. You know?
Yes.
So while you would not want to be angry,
yes,
but you have to be thankful for the anger.
Yes.
Yeah, because it will drive something positive out of that. Yeah.
See, have you ever gone on a spree where you've just been something there, just gone there, just put everything out there exactly how I put it, just put it all down, and just let it out there.
For sure.
And then you die and say, yeah, all right, this day I got mad, and this is the day I was mad because of the telephone call, and then you had the paintings of all the things that happened during that telephone call.
Yeah, there are some days when you go like, you couldn't care less.
Yes.
You know, there's some days when I don't give.
Yes.
You know, I really don't give.
Sure.
But then you look back and you look at that piece that you did as of that emotion that you were feeling at that time.
Yeah.
Might have been one of your best.
Exactly.
And it has happened to you. You know, it has happened to you. Like,
does that mean that your best paint, does that equal that your best paintings are the ones that are the most angry?
No.
Right, I just wonder, it's interesting because we ask this because some people will think to themselves, okay, well, my paintings are going. The ones that are going are the ones where I've been angry. So subconsciously, it's not going to mind think, well, because I get mad, I get good paintings, and therefore I.
No.
There's some people that think that way. So I've got to ask you. I must ask you.
No, certainly not. Because there are days when you have a lot of joys.
Yes.
Sometimes I say unexplained joys, and put it down into a painting, and it reflects. You know. So, you know, painting and art is just about what you feel.
Yes.
You know, sometimes you might be feeling 5 different things.
Yes.
Like in this painting, a lot of different things happened there, and I had to put it down.
Do you know what I'd love to see? Maybe your take of the old Parliament building.
The old Parliament building.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I've never thought about it.
And the clock tower.
Okay.
That as well. Let's say locations. Or the fish market in town. It's weird, I'm looking at these things. I mean, like, in terms of location, the only real location you've got for these paintings that I read that you said is this one here.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of locations that you've painted. Is there any reason why that is?
There might not be any here, but I have.
All right. Right.
Yes, like part of my development, I had to go to the fish market and do some like real paintings. Like all these people sitting here, I've had to do that, and several times we've had to take pictures and recreate it. Like one of my paintings that was sold was one with some fish, some fresh fish in the market, and if you look at it, wow. You know, but it's not something that I would do often, like going to, you know, to the fish market or going to the market and just doing things that I would rather collect them and do it on my own time.
Right.
You know, but I have done a lot of those kind of
pictures of people shopping in the market.
Busy.
Yeah, that's cultural sort of.
I have done it, and I'll tell you what is interesting as well. People giving me what they want to paint. What they want me to paint, I will enjoy that, and not just putting what I want down on canvas. I would welcome a challenge or doing what somebody wants. So, you know, getting a commission to do a marketing, getting a commission to do the boats on the sea. I would love that. Not that I wouldn't do it of my own.
But you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, but I would like for somebody to give me something that is challenging as that to do. Yeah. I'm not giving you any ideas, no, right?
Well, you've got. I have a couple of ideas. There's a couple of things I'd like.
Yeah.
And I have to come and talk to you about.
Okay.
Anyway, this has been Solanche Roberts.
Yes.
Myself, Ian Jones, of BWTMONLINE. Thank you for